All right, guys, I'm going to show you how to get live weather on your wallpaper. iOS 14, no jailbreak required. This is really, really cool. So as you can see, I do have my current weather temperature, my current weather icon there. If we go to the lock screen, that's where it gets really crazy. It looks a little wonky because I've been toying around with this a little bit. It is customizable, just so you guys know. There is a sun here. It's actually night now, but I haven't updated it. But the sun does move across your screen as the day goes on. And then as the night goes on, a moon goes across your screen. You got your weather icon at the bottom, your weather temperature, your location, and a little bit of info up there. So this is really, really cool. Like I said, no jailbreak required for this. And I am running it on iOS 14.3. If you're on an older version of iOS 14, I'm not sure if it'll work or not. I would assume it would, but I'm not sure. I've never tested it. So it does work on 14.3. And like I said, I'm going to show you guys how to install this. It's pretty straightforward. We got to move some files around and stuff like that, but we'll go through it here. So first off, we're going to go into GitHub, and I will leave the link for this down in the description. It is by The Way to Zion. He's a pretty cool guy. I've actually been talking to him, and I've actually been working on an icon set for this myself. I'll probably cover that in a later video on how to use that. And I did one, and I'm working on another one. And this is a pretty cool shortcut if you guys want live weather on your wallpapers. So come to this page here. There is a written tutorial, as you can see here, weather shortcut on lock screen with traveling moon and sun. This is mod version 2. This is actually my first time downloading and trying out version 2. I've been using version 1. But there is a written tutorial here. As you can see, this is what it looks like on the lock screen. Pretty sweet looking. So here's the installation guideline. If you guys want to read through this, you can, but I'll just show you how to do it. So the first thing we're going to need to download is some images here, and that's this button. So we can just go ahead and click on download. It takes us to Dropbox, and I'm going to go ahead and get that notification out of the way. So from Dropbox, we can click on the 3 little dots. We're going to go ahead and click on export, and I'm going to export it to unzip. Unzip is from the App Store. It is free. So just transport it to unzip. I'm literally just going to use unzip to unzip the file. So just extract it like that. We can go into it once, and as you can see, this is the file that contains everything you need here. So I'm going to back up once. And then from here, we can click the little I, and then we can send it to our files. So we're going to need to move this to our files. And the place we're going to need to move this to is iCloud Drive, and then shortcuts. And then there, I created a folder in there called iOS Weather. So if you guys don't have that, go ahead and create it. As you can see, I do have a day-night walls backup right there. But shortcuts, create an iOS Weather folder, and then save these images to iOS Weather. And we'll wait for it to export it to files, and we are done with unzip. So now we should have the files. I'll actually go into the Files app just to verify that it is in there. Swipe down, make sure you're in iCloud Drive. Here's your shortcuts. That folder, iOS Weather, make sure you spell it exactly the way you see it. So lowercase I, capital O-S-W, and then the rest are lowercase. It is, I believe it is case sensitive. And then here you go. As you can see, there is the day-night walls. And in here is where the icons can be found. Here's custom. Those are what the icons look like. Here's moans. You can see what those look like. She has those, and then she has the these kind with a shadow as well. I can give you guys a quick preview of the ones I've made from here real quick. So we go into this older version of it, and then mine is right here. And these are what my icons look like. I basically ported these from an old Jailbreak widget, and I basically made them available for this shortcut, which is pretty cool. As you can see, those are what the icons look like. Like I said, I'll probably cover that in a future video on how you can get those. So we do have the files there, so we can exit out of files, go back to GitHub, and then we can download a couple of things here. As you can see, there is some wallpaper support from Moan. You can click on her name right there, and you'll get more information about that. And then there's the setup shortcut. So we'll go ahead and click on that one. And we're going to go ahead and install this shortcut. And I'm not sure if there's a quicker way to do this, than to scroll all the way through the shortcut to add it, but scroll to the bottom, add it, untrusted, it'll be perfectly fine. Then we can go to my shortcuts. So there it is, set up sun, moon, weather. And now we're going to go back to GitHub and download the actual shortcut. So go ahead and download that, let it install on your device. Again, swipe through it. Now, if you go through this shortcut, I just want to give you guys a heads up. There is basically a kind of general setup that you can do with this shortcut. If you just kind of go through the setup, you can see what you can do with it. It's completely customizable. Like, you can do anything you really want with it. As you can see right here, it's going to say Eric. Actually, I can't edit it yet, but to change the name, there it is right there. So yours, when you install it, it's going to say, hello, good morning, Eric, or whatever. Eric is the creator of this, so you can change the name. Like I said, this is fully customizable. It's something you could sit down and go through and actually edit it to be exactly the way you want. Like I said, I'll probably cover customization with this in the future. I'm just not going to do it right now because I just want to give you guys the core install method of this shortcut. So now we should have both shortcuts. So I'm going to go ahead and do setup sun, moon, weather just by clicking on it. I'll click on done. And this is where you can actually set it up for whatever wallpaper you want. So we'll do 12 Pro Max because I'm on the 12 Pro Max. Click on OK. And then I'm going to set up the lock screen. Lock screen layers have been adjusted to your device. And now we do have to run the shortcut again. I'm not sure why they stay grayed out. But from here, we're going to click on 12 Pro Max again. For whatever device you have, we're going to do the home screen day. So this is where we're going to pick which wallpaper we want to use. I'll go into my albums and I'll just use this one at the bottom there. So we did set that one. Home screen day has been set. Again, same thing. One more time to do it for home screen night. 12 Pro Max, home screen night. And you could use a different wallpaper for nighttime if you wanted it to. So if you want it to change from light to dark, like I said, you can do that. This is highly customizable. And that's all we had to do. Now we can just run the shortcut. I'm actually going to quickly change the name. Should be right down here somewhere. There it is. So on here, this is where you change your name. I'll just change it to IDM for iDeviceMovies. And that's all I'm going to edit right now. Like I said, you can go through this and you can really change. You can change the positioning of the icons, the positioning of the current temperature, your location, every little element you can edit within this shortcut. It's pretty insane. So let's go ahead and run it. Click on OK. It's going to gray out. Click on OK again. And I wish it had the loader wheel on it. I don't know why Shortcuts does this. Sometimes it shows me a progress ring. Sometimes it doesn't. It's kind of frustrating. Just keep in mind this does take a good few seconds to run the shortcut. It's a big shortcut and there's a lot going on. Let's go ahead and exit out of Shortcuts. Then there you go. As you can see, there is the stock look. And like I said, this is completely customizable. You can move any of these elements anywhere, any way you want. You can change the size of them, all that. Let's check out the lock screen. And there you go. There is live weather on the lock screen, which is honestly really, really cool. So let's go ahead and go back into our device. So if you don't like the lock screen wallpapers that it uses, there is alternates within the files here. So if we go to day-night walls and you go into, I believe it's in scaling, and you go to alts, you can see the folder there. So anything that you change here, you have to rename it to exactly how it is named here, because I believe it is case sensitive and the shortcut is searching for those names in specific. So if you were to do like lock screen night with a lowercase l, it won't detect it and you will have an error with it. But here are the alts. So here are some other alternate wallpapers that you could use with this. Like I said, you can use your own. There's just so much customization with this. It's pretty insane. Like I said, there is alternate icons. These are the custom ones. These are the light ones by Moan. There is some shaded ones by Moan here as well. And then, like I said, I do have mine that I'm going to make available for you guys as well. I guess I'll leave a link for mine down in the description if you want to get my weather icons for this. I have it in the backups here in icons, and then here are mine again right here. So that's what the sun looks like. Mine have that kind of realistic look to them. So like I said, I'll leave the link for this down in the description if you guys want to download my icons. Basically, you literally just put them, into the icons folder, and then you tell the shortcut which icon pack you want to use. It's all within the settings of the shortcut. Like I said, I'm not going too in depth with this. Just wanted to show you guys how to get the shortcut, how to get it running, and then customization. You can do all that after you've done this. Another quick little tip for you guys is, since I just installed the shortcut, this is the current data that it ran off of. So I could leave it at this, and by tomorrow at the same time, it'll still say it's 43 degrees. You have to set up an automation for the shortcut, which you can do very easily right from here. And you can tell the Shortcuts app to run the sun moon weather shortcut like once per hour, and it will update the weather once per hour by doing that. So keep that in mind. You will have to automate this. Again, I'm not going to show you in this video, just wanted to give you a heads up. But anyways, that is how you get live weather on your home screen and on your lock screen. No jailbreak, iOS 14. Hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, definitely throw me a thumbs up. And if you guys want to see more videos like this in the future, don't forget to click that subscribe button. This has been Jeremy, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Later.